Yeah, sir. How are you, sir?
I'm very good. My name is Carrie. I live in Dallas, Texas, USA. What about yourself?
Okay, sir. My name is Sharad Jain. I'm calling from India. I'm southern part of India, like Kerala.
Wow, cool. Very
Okay.
cool.
Mhm.
Yeah, I
Okay.
haven't talked to anybody in India in a long time, about
Hmm.
5 months. Good to see you. Good to see you. So,
Okay. Thank you, sir.
how long have you been studying English?
I have been studying since 4 months.
Cool.
But Cambly platform I recently joined.
Uh-huh.
This platform suggested one of my best friend. He told me, Sharad, you just use Cambly. Definitely you will be get improve.
Cool. Well, okay, let me ask this question. How long have you been speaking English?
Yeah, before 4 months.
Wow, you do very well.
I have
You
been
know what?
speaking, yeah,
And most people in India speak too fast,
come on.
and you're speaking
Hmm.
slowly so you can be understood very well. You sound good. You sound very
Hmm.
good.
Okay, thank you, sir. Uh,
So what do you do? Do you go to school? Do you work? Tell me.
no, sir, sir, I am working in out of India, in Dubai. Okay, as a I'm a spray painter. Sir, I'm
Uh-huh.
a spray painter. Okay. Hmm.
Cool.
I'm working one company. I'm apply for paint on vehicle. I'm a spray painter.
Okay. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
I have a construction company with my best friend,
Okay.
and we do all
Okay.
kinds of remodeling
Dubai.
and we
Mhm.
do some construction, but we mostly do remodeling and refurbishing of homes and
Okay.
businesses. And it's a lot of fun.
Hmm.
I enjoy it. I wish I had started earlier, you know,
Okay.
because
Okay.
I thought,
Okay.
oh gosh, working in construction,
Hmm.
you know, and
Okay.
I
Mhm.
didn't realize how much fun it would be. I find it to be a lot of fun.
Okay. Have you ever been to Dubai?
How? Oh no, I never have been. I never have been.
Okay. Hmm. Okay. And how long have you been teaching Cambly?
I have been on Cambly for probably 3 years, and
Oh my
um,
God.
and then before that, I taught
Mhm.
with a company out of China. I was here in the
Okay.
United States, but during the pandemic, I taught
Okay. Hmm.
at a company out of China. I taught Chinese children English,
Okay.
but with
Okay. Fine.
Cambly, of course, it's mostly adults.
Okay. Okay. Total, how many language you can speak? Do you know?
I'm sorry.
Total, how many language you can speak? Do you know?
Oh, really I speak two. I speak English and Spanish. I
Hmm.
studied French in college, but when I was in college, there was
Okay.
no internet, no computers, no Cambly, no nothing. So there was no
Hmm.
opportunity to practice, you know.
Practice.
So
Okay. Hmm.
I was speaking French, but now it just whoosh, it just it just
Okay.
went out of my brain. So I can read French about
Hmm.
halfway, but I
Okay.
understand many words from many languages, Japanese, Chinese, Italian, German. I studied German.
Hmm. Okay.
I love languages. I love languages.
Okay.
Um, and I'm trying to find now that I've learned Spanish enough that I can do it spontaneously and I'm understanding it pretty well. I'm thinking
Okay.
about studying Arabic.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Do you
And sir,
speak any Arabic?
no, sir. I can speak my mother tongue, Malayalam, and Hindi, little
Yeah.
bit English, and as well Tamil also. I can speak. In
Wow.
here in Dubai, mostly people are talking Hindi language. English is
Interesting.
also important. Yeah, English
Yeah.
also important. But yeah, any interview time, any foreign company go to there, definitely there should speak English language. But
Wow.
sometimes I am also struggle English language. Sometimes I didn't get any words. Mm,
Wow. That's yeah, that's interesting. That's interesting. But most of the workers, most of the people who are in construction are speaking Hindi, right?
okay. Hindi.
Wow.
Yeah. Mhm.
Wow. That's amazing. I knew that a
Okay.
lot of the people, a lot of the workers in Dubai come from like India and where else?
hmm
Bangladesh, maybe Pakistan.
hmm Yeah,
I
it's
knew
correct.
I knew that. I knew that.
Okay.
I wonder why. I wonder what do they have many workers that come from Africa?
Yeah, yes.
Do
Some
they
people
really?
also come from
Okay,
yeah.
yeah, because that would
Mhm.
to me that would make sense, but I don't know.
Okay, but
Wow.
you know, in Dubai, there are lots of job opportunities available here. Any job, lots of job opportunity, and all are southern part, north part of people also living here. Mhm.
Wow.
Day by day, there Dubai is improving lots of things like job opportunities and some technologies.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. So
Okay.
it's and it's a very international cosmopolitan city
Yeah.
or place. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Wow.
mm,
Wow. Okay. Let's see.
have you
Um,
had your dinner?
I'm sorry.
Have you had your dinner?
Oh, I just woke up. No, I haven't had
Okay.
it's yeah, it is
Morning.
almost it's about 10:20 in the morning here.
Okay. Oh my God. Okay.
Yeah.
Here, 7:20 p.m.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Mm.
I'll probably have toast. I have my grapefruit marmalade that I made.
Okay.
It's
Uh-huh.
pretty good. So I'll probably have
Mm-hmm.
that. And and then I for some reason I didn't sleep very well last night. So after I teach, I'm probably going to go back to bed. And then
Okay.
I have a job I have a part-time job working
Okay.
at a Whole Foods grocery store, and I'll go in
Okay.
the late
Grocery store.
afternoon and work at until night.
Okay. Uh-huh. Mhm. Okay. Mostly, how do you spend your free time, your leisure time?
Well, oh gosh, I do all kinds of things. I watch movies, I read,
Uh-huh.
I cook.
Okay.
I do a lot of cooking.
Mm-hmm.
As a matter of
Mm-hmm.
fact, I was
Okay. Mm-hmm.
looking at my phone and
Mm-hmm.
I'll show you things that I
Okay.
made. Let's see here.
Okay.
I made the other uh the other night.
Mm-hmm.
This is a quiche Lorraine that I made.
Okay.
Very
Uh-huh.
good.
Okay.
And
Uh-huh.
then I also made a lemon meringue pie. They almost look
Okay.
alike,
Uh-huh.
don't they?
Mm-hmm.
And
I
then
think you mostly you like to like cooking, isn't it?
yeah, that's the quiche with salad. And then I
Okay.
also
Uh-huh.
made, let's see, this is a fettuccine Alfredo with chicken and broccoli. I made that.
Okay. Uh-huh.
And this is uh this is a chicken. These are chicken
Chicken.
tacos, chicken salad
Chicken
tacos.
taco. Okay. Uh-huh.
And
Okay. Uh-huh.
what's unusual about it is I made the tortillas also. So,
Okay. Uh-huh. Okay.
but
All right.
yeah, I like
Uh-huh.
to do that. I used to run restaurants.
Okay.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
let me see, what is it now? Is it 2024? So it's about 5 or 6 years ago. I ran restaurants before the
Okay.
pandemic, and
Okay. Before the pandemic.
yeah, luckily I
Okay.
got out of the restaurant business before the pandemic began, or I would have been,
Oh,
it would have been terrible
okay.
because the
Uh-huh.
restaurants went after, during the pandemic. But
Okay. All right.
that was good timing on my part. But
Mm-hmm.
I learned I learned a lot about. I always loved to cook, but once I worked in the restaurants and watched how the chefs do things, I learned a lot
Mm-hmm.
about cooking, and
Mm-hmm.
suddenly it clicked. I can cook. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Mhm. I think pandemic time I also living in Dubai. I think it was terrible situation. Lots of people struggle during the COVID situation. Do you know at that time I missed my own sister married because there is no any flight. I seen throughout my WhatsApp video call my own sister married.
Uh-huh.
Uh, so it was terrible situation. I think COVID.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was. My parents, I think both of my parents caught COVID, but we have very good immune systems. So I
Mhm.
mean, plus we were all vaccinated, but
Okay. Uh-huh.
they actually caught it, but it didn't affect them so bad.
Okay.
So
Uh-huh.
we didn't have much problem in our family. I never had a problem. I never left the house. And if I
Okay.
did
Uh-huh.
leave the house, I went to the grocery store. I had on my
Mhm.
mask. I stayed away
Mhm.
from other people, and so yeah.
Okay. All right. Then do you like film movies? In which movie you watched last recently?
Uh, well, I like all kinds of movies. I have a big movie
Okay.
collection. I
Oh,
was
really?
a Yeah, I was a
Okay.
film major in school. That's what I got my degree in.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know how many movies I own. I own over
Oh,
500 movies
okay.
probably.
Okay.
I
All right.
love Chinese movies.
Mm-hmm.
Recently I saw uh I think it's called uh The Curse of the Golden Flower,
Mm-hmm.
and that's a great movie. And
Yeah.
then I watched Hurly Burly last night, which is a movie from the 90s that
Mm-hmm.
is it's 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 just crazy. It's crazy,
Okay.
but it's very well written. And I watched Cleopatra,
Mm-hmm.
the whole 4 hour version of Cleopatra.
Okay.
And I watched a Joan Crawford movie from 1932 called Rain, which is real
Okay.
good. So
Okay.
every night we watch a different movie.
Movies. Okay. Yeah. Recently, I also watched one movie, the Hollywood, like Avatar.
Oh yeah,
Avatar and okay, Fast and Furious 10 and Evil Dead. So Evil
yeah,
Dead is a horror film.
yeah. You like the real popular
But it
movies.
was
The last time I
Mhm.
went to the movie theater was, I think,
Okay,
last month, and I went to go see Zone of Interest, which won a couple
okay,
of
yeah.
Academy Awards this year.
Uh-huh.
And it's a movie about the Holocaust, and yeah,
Okay,
it's kind of
okay.
it's a creepy movie,
Uh-huh.
but it was very good. It was very good. I really
Mhm.
I really enjoyed it. It was well made. Um,
Mhm.
Let me think. I haven't. I may. I may go to the theater. I'm looking to go
Mhm.
to the theater on the 28th of.
Okay,
Is it? I'm thinking the 28th of April. I think they're going to show the
okay,
Battleship Potemkin, which is an old Russian silent film from
okay. Mhm.
1917. But it's a
Okay.
classic.
Uh-huh.
So I thought that would be kind of fun to see.
Okay.
Maybe.
Uh-huh. Okay. Mostly how to go to theater, like with your friends or family members?
I usually well during the pandemic I just go alone, but I prefer to go with
Mhm.
somebody because it's frustrating
Okay.
because you see a movie and it's wonderful and you can't talk about it
Uh-huh.
with anybody because they
Yeah,
haven't
yeah.
seen it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm.
Um yeah, there's all kinds of movies I wish I could see. I usually see them on television, on streaming,
Yeah. Okay.
Um but yeah, I watch a new movie every night. Every night I watch a new movie.
Every night. Okay. At what time you will get sleep?
Yes. We usually finish the movie around 1 o'clock in the morning, and then
Oh my God.
Yeah,
1 o'clock.
yeah.
Okay.
But I don't have to be at work until, well, no one
Okay.
in the house has to be at work until 11 o'clock in the morning. So
Okay.
that's okay.
Uh-huh.
You can still
Okay.
get
Uh-huh.
9 hours of sleep before work. So that's fine.
Okay. All right. And do you go to gym, any meditation exercise?
I used to play football a lot.
Okay.
Um, right
Okay.
now, I just work out with weights. I've got a weight set here at the house. So I've worked
Okay.
my arms and I work my
Okay.
legs.
Uh-huh.
I just do
Mm-hmm.
strength exercise. But I used to play on an all Mexican football team.
Mm-hmm.
And I did that all through the 90s for about, or wait a minute. No, I did it beginning in the late 90s and through the early 2000s before about 2010. So for about 10 years, I was playing football and I'd never done it before.
Okay.
And they said,
Okay.
"Oh, we want you to play." And I said, "I don't know how to play." And they said, "We don't care. Play anyway."
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And I did. And it was actually, I
Mm-hmm.
think now I'm in probably such good shape because I had, you know,
Mm-hmm.
such great
Mm-hmm.
exercise when I
Okay.
was in my 40s.
Uh-huh.
Was it my 40s? Yeah, it was my 40s. I'll
Mm-hmm.
be 64 this year.
Oh, 64. Okay.
Believe it or not. Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So,
Okay. All right. Mm-hmm.
but I still stand up straight and still, I'm
Uh,
still the same. I'm just a lot older.
Still you're young. Okay. I
Yeah,
would like to say, still you're young.
exactly.
Okay.
Good. Good. Yeah, I tried in during the 20 from 2010 until about 2018 or 15, sometime around there. I used to do a long distance walking. I walked 5 miles
Okay.
three times a week
Okay. Uh-huh.
around a lake
Uh-huh.
that is nearby.
Okay. Uh-huh.
Me and a friend
Mm.
of mine, this is kind of a long story, but me and a friend of mine started walking around the lake, and he had a genetic condition that caused him to go blind. So
Mm.
he could only see like around my hand. He couldn't see straight in front of him. He could only see around the
Mm.
edges. And
Mm.
he got hit by a car going full
Mm.
speed and flew in the air across the street and landed. And it broke both of his
Okay.
legs, it broke his arm, all of
Mm.
this. And so, as a part of his rehabilitation, as his legs
Mm.
were healing, I went walking
Okay.
with him so he could build up the
Okay.
strength in his legs. And
Uh-huh.
I mean, he ended up walking again, and everything's fine. And he's still blind, but he's
Okay.
doing all
Mm.
these things, and he still works.
Okay. Uh-huh.
Unbelievable. Yeah,
Okay. Mhm.
he was very good. He was very good.
Mhm.
Um, he worked for me at the restaurant, and he knew his job so well that he did not have to see perfectly in order to do it.
Okay. Uh-huh. Okay. Uh-huh.
And the
Okay. Total.
boss's wife
Uh-huh.
said, "I feel nervous. We're hiring a blind person. I don't understand." And the husband said, "It'll
Okay.
be fine. It'll be fine." And I said, "Oh, it'll
Okay.
be
Mhm.
completely fine. No problem."
Okay.
So
Uh-huh. Mhm.
I think he still works there.
Mhm.
I'm not sure, but I think he does.
Okay. Mhm. Okay. Total. How many members are there in your restaurant?
How many what?
How
How
many
many
members? How many
how many
members
people
in
work
your
there?
restaurant? Yeah.
That particular restaurant was a big restaurant. I
Hmm.
think we had uh 20 or 30 people who worked there.
Okay.
And then
Okay.
the next restaurant that I worked at was not as large. We had about 10 people who worked
Okay.
there.
Only 10 people. Okay. Uh-huh.
Yeah. But there were, because it was the big restaurant was an Asian restaurant. It had a sushi bar. It had a full bar and lounge. It had a full hot kitchen. So
Mm-hmm.
there were 5 people in the sushi bar, 5 people in the hot kitchen, 2 people
Okay.
bartenders. So that's
Uh-huh.
12. And then we had waiters and we had bus boys and we had, you know,
Mm-hmm.
parking people and yeah, it was big. And I had to do the pay every 2 weeks, you know,
Okay. Okay. How
had to
to
figure it out.
manage it to a restaurant as well as also you make some food and simultaneously also using a cambly platform? How to manage it, everything?
Well, I don't know. I don't know. It's just discipline.
Okay.
Everything has its time. And
Mhm.
like with Cambly, I try to do something with Cambly every day for at least an hour. On the weekends, I'll do
Okay.
it for a couple of hours. And it's
Okay.
just
Mhm.
discipline. I just do it. And then once I'm finished,
Okay.
I go and do other things.
Okay. That's great, sir. Great. Okay.
Yeah.
Super.
Now I do this, but I'm still one of the laziest people ever. I like nothing more
Uh,
than to just
just okay.
sit around.
Whatever it may be, whatever it may
Yeah.
be. Yeah.
I
Just
mean,
just
if I'm alone and everything's quiet, I like to be online and read and surf the internet and do all of that. I'll do that for hours. It's
yeah.
but
Mhm.
it's very it's very calming for me.
Mhm.
And
Okay.
then I have an
Mhm.
online radio station, but it
Okay.
runs all by itself. I don't have to do anything. I monitor it to make sure it's working, but it plays music 24/7.
Okay. Mhm. Mm,
It's pretty cool.
okay. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Okay, sir. Then, talking about English, how to evaluate my English? Because I'm a beginner.
I think your vocabulary is excellent. You just
Okay.
I can't believe you've only been speaking for 4 months.
Sure, sir. Because I have been using one platform. Its name is Haiiiii. Okay. They are
Uh-huh.
providing every day 25 minutes. Okay, that's why every day I talking
Okay.
with some code partner like.
Okay. Here, I'm sending
Mm,
you a link to
okay.
my radio station so you can copy it and put it
Oh,
someplace. There we go.
yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So you can listen. It's mostly American music, you know, but there's also music
Okay.
from all over the world. There's Chinese
Mhm.
music, there's Spanish music, there's
Mhm.
Filipino music. Um,
Mhm.
that's all I know so far. I have a lot of students
Okay.
from Saudi Arabia, and they turn me on to some music that they like.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I like English language. I like most. I don't know why. Okay, that's why I'm here. Okay, in order to improve my English.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It
Yeah.
it is amazing how much English culture is all over the world, and I was surprised to learn English is
Mhm.
actually the number one language in the world, even more than
Okay.
Chinese. It's like and I mean it's not like a little bit more than Chinese, but it's a lot
Okay.
more. It's like
Although. Mhm.
there's almost 600 million people more who speak English than
Okay.
Chinese,
Mhm.
and then I think the third language is Hindi,
Hindi. Okay.
and
Mhm.
then it goes down from and then or yeah, the third language is Hindi, the fourth language is Arabic, and I think actually Arabic and French are tied
Yeah.
for
Okay.
as far as being yeah, or maybe Arabic and Spanish. I'm not
Spanish.
sure because there's lots of it's been a while since I looked at the statistics, but of course there's lots of people who speak Spanish in this part of the
Spanish. Okay.
world.
Okay, I
Yeah,
think Spanish is a
more
little bit
people
tough
speak,
language.
huh?
Spanish is I think little bit tough language. I think.
Oh, you think so? It's
Mm.
well, it's easy for me because um,
Mhm.
most European languages are they share
Uh,
things, and English
okay.
shares a lot of words with Spanish. So Spanish vocabulary is very easy. The only
Easy.
hard
Okay.
part about Spanish is learning the verbs because the verbs are different. But if you understand language and you have a big vocabulary in English, it helps a lot with Spanish vocabulary. And then
Okay.
once you know Spanish, you get Italian as a bonus language.
Okay.
And actually, you can speak to people who speak Portuguese and they'll understand you as well.
Well, yeah.
So yeah.
Mostly I don't waste time because time and age never come back again. Whenever I get time, I utilize. Okay.
You, tell me again.
Whenever I get time, I utilize my time. I
Oh,
don't
okay.
waste anything.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember when I was in college, I woke up one day and I was studying
Okay.
French. I woke up one day and suddenly everything in the room had a French name. Everything. And I
Okay.
went, oh my gosh, I can do it. I can speak French.
Okay.
And I'm so depressed that I didn't get a chance to practice it more because you really, if you don't practice it, you forget, you know.
Forget. Okay. Yeah.
You have to
But yeah.
you have to use
Mhm.
yeah, you have to use the language. You have to do
Language.
something
Yeah.
every day, you
Mhm.
know. And
Yeah. I will try. Mhm.
so with my Spanish, for instance, I always try to learn new words
Okay.
or speak with somebody or something and just
Mhm.
keep in practice, and it just
Yeah.
disciplines the mind. Yeah.
Yeah. Practice makes man perfect.
Well, that's right. That's absolutely right.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's funny because the more you practice, the more freedom you have, the more it liberates you. You know,
Mhm.
suddenly it makes everything very easy. And
Easy. Okay.
yeah, and um you may not do any of the things that you practice, but somehow it makes you more free to do everything
Okay.
else. Speaking,
Okay. Okay.
you know,
Mhm.
like
Yeah.
now,
Mostly. Uh,
go ahead. Go ahead.
Mostly, I would like to learn English language from YouTube. Mostly, I watch English conversation video, English cartoons, English some speech. Sometimes morning I read newspaper.
Uh-huh.
But if
Yes.
I read newspaper at that time, I can't understand. But
Yes.
now, yeah, I can understand little bit.
You know, one thing that is very good to do if you've got English newspapers is to read them aloud to yourself.
Okay.
Because what it does is it connects the word to your brain when you speak, or it connects the word to what you hear. And
Yeah.
also it 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 makes you practice pronunciation and
Yeah.
speaking clearly. Yeah.
Speaking. Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, I highly
Definitely.
recommend that reading out loud to yourself. It's great.
Yeah. Sure.
Well, this has been really wonderful. It's been great to talk to you.
Yeah, sure. I think it was, I think, mesmerizing conversation, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you for your valuable time.
Well, thank you very much. It's been wonderful to talk to you,
Mhm.
and I wish you good luck. I hope I see you again in the future.
Def
That would be nice.
Definitely, sir. Definitely. Definitely, sir. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Well, we'll see you later.
Yeah, bye.